Archipelago Builders. Let's begin with their team captain, setter number 20, Joseph Bello. Middle blocker number 12, Peng Tagibulos. Outside hitter number 16, Brian Haleco. Opposite spiker number 21, Jam Abanilla. Outside hitter number 24, Mac Bandola. And their hitter number 25, Vincent Estrada. Their starting libero is number 15, Marco Maclang. Their head coach is Mr. Dante Alinsunurin. Introducing the starters for your Philippine Army Troopers. Team captain number 5, outside hitter Staff Sergeant Jailo Labide. Middle blocker number 4, Corporal Tonio Torres. Setter number 7, Private Nico Ramirez. Outside hitter number 12, Corporal PJ Rojas. Opposite spiker number 18, Private Once Enciso. Middle blocker number 19, Private Kevin Liberato. And their libero is number 10, Corporal Kenneth King. Their head coach is Staff Sergeant Melvin Carolino.
Take a look at the starters for NU-ARCHIPELAGO. You have Tagibulos, Jaleco, Ordiales, Bello, Abanilla, Bandola, and Maclang. And for the other side, ang Army Troopers, Rojas, Liberato, Ramirez, Labide, Torres, Enciso, and Viking.
Once Enciso. Looking for more than Once.
Oh, naka-26 nga eh, no?
That's at least 3 players for the Army Troopers, averaging double figures. But right now, they'll be up against a team that will have a full roster. Aleco and Bello will be back in action. Sabi ni Coach Dante, may kasabay daw na laro sa National University yung huli ng laban.
Right.
Ng NU dito sa Spikers third.
We talked about it at the top of the coverage, Coach Ron, you know. May ibang players na naglalaro also for the UAAP.
Listed in both lineups. So.
Just like the one who will start this match with a service on deck, Joseph Bello for NU.
Pero si Louie Ramirez hindi napayagan eh, no? Sa NCAA naman.
Parang iba-iba rin also per team, I guess.
Eligibility,
yep.
Oo. First point of this match goes to Rojas. PJ Rojas, as we pointed out, is one of their leading scorers. Pero wala sa top 10 ang mga leading scorers, so leading attackers para dito sa National University na binanggit nga natin, or rather na Army Troopers, na binanggit natin are led by PJ Rojas in terms of scoring.
I think it just goes to show, Coach Ronnie, na ganun yung sistema sa Army. No? You really don't know who will get a breakout performance. Kaya walang nasa top 10 eh. Iba-iba yung pumuputok per game.
Oh. I stand corrected. It's Benjailo Labide was their leading scorer. Tama, PJ Rojas. And then, itong si Labide, 108 points para kay PJ Rojas. And then Labide comes next para sa kanila. With, I believe, close to 100 points as well. And just as we say that, NU knocks in their first point.
NU really looking for that breakthrough win here in the conference just to get the monkey off their backs, no? Kasi 5 games na eh.
At saka ito yung ano eh, defending and reigning and defending Spikers Turf champions. Joseph Bello announcing his re-entry in this lineup with that quick play.
Oh, powerful attack, but that sails out.
Once, way too strong. That's Enciso. What a very impressive 24 of 55 clip. Scored 26 points, added 2 blocks in that 5-set win over the airmen of the Philippine Air Force.
Ramirez able to set up that play, and Army gets a point.
That was Kev Liberato. Another point of attack para dito sa team ng Army Troopers who are trying to beat one of the best blocking teams in the competition, ang NU-ARCHIPELAGO Builders.
Bello upset. The attack drops for Abanilla.
Abanilla para dito sa National University, sabi nga natin, was their leading scorer last time that they played, the only player to score in double figures with 11 points in their last loss.
And dun sa 11 points na yun, Coach Ronnie, 4 dun blocks. Army gets another point, an exchange of points here early on in this set.
You have to admire yung recruitment efforts nitong si Coach Dante Lensinurin. These are a part of the rotation ng talent levels sa National University.
Right.
In the next coming years. Tignan mo naman yung talent level nitong team na to.
And I was gonna say, as Army gets another point, courtesy of that smart play ni Jason Uy, that, you know, even if Army doesn't, or rather NU doesn't really get a lot of wins here, it's more for their development.
Seasoning.
Oh.
Napakalaking bagay talaga. Second error here for PJ Rojas. Attack error and a service error gives NU their 4th point.
Obviously, these are younger guys that, compared to the ones who competed in the last Open Conference when they were champions.
Wala dito si Retamar. Wala din si Budin. Wala si Almendras. Wala si Obed Mocaba.
Right. Labide again will try, and this time it works.
Over Bello. Labide has scored nearly 100 points. But more than that, they're looking for their 4th win to try and keep their hopes alive of still making it to the semis. Labide coming up a 15 of 42 clip laban sa Air Force.
6 serving 4 here in set number 1. And Ciso with that serve. Oh, and that's going to be a point for NU after the violation.
Net touch coming from either Ramirez or Torres. 1 point lead still para dito sa veteranong unit ng Troopers.
I think Torres easily admitting that fault. Mac Bandola will now serve for NU. Had 7 points in their last game.
And he's the leading scorer for National U in this competition.
That one is too long for Enciso.
0 out of 2 so far. On sa Enciso. Naghahanap ng kanyang uno.
Wala pa eh.
Wala pa.
Hindi pa pumapasok.
Coming soon.
But it's 6-all right now here in the opening set. Good serve leads to an ace for Mac Bandola.
The pressures off the shoulders of the Builders simply because whatever happens in their next 5 games, may hirapan ng makaabot ito eh. But seasoning and more floor time is something that they're looking at. Kumbaga scrimmage ka ng scrimmage and hopefully you get rewarded with a win.
They set up Labide.
Dumusot through the block over Jales and Bello.
Twice now. That also happened a while ago.
2 points for Labide in this first set. 103 points for Labide in 8 games. 108 for PJ Rojas. And a total of 98 for Once and Ciso. Those are the 3 double-digit scorers for the Troopers.
7-all here in set number 1. Service by Torres. Bello sets up the play. That is...
Miss-hit.
Yeah. Outside by Jaleco. And we reach the first technical timeout. It's Army ahead by 1 point, 8-7.
Dip and Coach Ronnie, you were talking about the player who put out 103 points. For 14 years, the 36-year-old Army veteran Jailo Labide has never seen men's volleyball this strong. For the first time, their management is advocating sports to be a priority for Army, as the value of sportsmanship and the representation of troops should not only be in the field but also in national competitions. Dahil dito nagiging parte pa sila ng 2023 Peace Program ng military para makamit yung change in perspective ng civilians na yung Army di lang pangkumbatan yan, pang sports din. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. No, I completely agree with that, Coach Ronnie. And it's nice to see that Army, Air Force, yung mga, of course, yung mga nagsiserve for our country, diba? Naglalaro rin sila ng volleyball, diba? And of course, we promote sports for everyone. It's not just for the other athletes, but also our troops.
Alam mo, without the Pro Tour, yan ang top destination ng mga graduating players deep before. To be enlisted sa Navy, of course, sa Air Force, and the Philippine Army. Kasi meron regular na nilalaroan ito eh. Yung Little Olympics na tinatawag. And hindi ka lang basta naglalaro, enlisted ka.
Oo.
Di ba? You're part of national service. And that you get to earn your keep as well. Kaya iba, dito na nagstay eh. Hindi na lumipat sa club teams talaga. Dahil ito na yung bumuhay sa kanila eh. At saka yung training yan. They undergo rigid training. Yung actual training.
Right.
Oo. Mahirap yan. And Joey Gonzaga is a testament to this.
Right. And it can really get competitive pag sila yung naglalaban doon sa Olympics na sinasabi mo, Coach Ronnie.
Iba yan.
May rivalry talaga nangyayari.
We used to be enlisted as well. And I had the chance to witness. Saksing buhay ako doon sa gaano ka-importante yung competition na yon. What more dito?
Yeah.
Bringing the colors of the Army, di ba? It's a matter of pride. They fight, they play, and they train together as well. So everything falling together para sa kanila. Coming together para sa kanila.
NU taking the lead after that block. 10-9 here in set number 1. Ramirez with the setup does not work. Trying to dump it. It's back with NU. Bello back sets. Abanilia had to stretch. Not the cleanest of plays for both teams. Bello had to chase again. Here comes Jaleco. And that sails out the point for NU.
Golden chance for the Troopers on a free ball given up by NU. But they also surrendered a free ball, and eventually that led to the transition play. Para sa NU, we're up by 2 right now.
Joseph Bello, crazy to see that he's only 19 years of age. Already playing at the competitive level here in Spikers Turf and also part of the UAAP team. Kumbaga ready na yung mga susunod na. After Itamar, meron ka na nakahanda eh.
Ito na yan. Saka si Bello had a chance to be a part of the champion team. Sa Spikers Turf, naalala ko, napilay si Ratamar
correct.
sa last match eh. And he was there. Lamang sila pero unti-unting naubos. But eventually, he played well enough.
And it's kept alive by Army. The stretch, it's still good, but finally a whistle called, which I think is the right call dahil medyo nahuli dun itong si Enciso. But they're gonna challenge that one. Let's see. Depending on the slow-mo, it might have been different. It was a bit of delay before our officials called it. But they realized na tumama muna on the floor before Enciso got there. So we're gonna wait and see. The first challenge is up here. The score right now is 12-9 in favor of NU-ARCHIPELAGO Builders. Coach Melvin Carolino looking on, hoping for a point. That's definitely a point. Umabot.
Upon review, there is a floor touch. So
Slight touch, but
Army is
obviously not enough to cover the entire floor.
Army has
Ano
won
ba ang dapat tignan? Daliri o kuko? Yung floor muna, bago daliri o kuko. 4-point deficit now stairs. The Troopers will call for timeout.
Error natin sa lahat, sa palo, sa receive. Anong gagawin natin? Ayusin nyo. Mga bata. Pagka nilaro tayo ng nilaro niyan, nakapagsabayan tayo sa kanila, matatalo tayo. So anong gagawin natin? Ayusin nyo. Kasi yung palo. Huwag kayong mag-alanganin. Paluin nyo lang ng paluin, ha? Go lang tayo, receive.
Di yan nung isa.
Pagka-open.
Tumama, di ba?
So timeout called by the Army Troopers, who find themselves behind by 4 points. Earlier, they started the game having a 1-2 point lead, and then NU slowly working their way here.
Sa bilang ko rito, at least 6 sa 7 o 13 puntos ng NU galing sa errors ng Army. Imagine giving up 7 points of errors right now after being ahead at 8-6 or 8-7 in the first technical timeout. This has been a 6-1 run para sa National U.
So it's 13-9.
Kanina pa si Joseph Bello dyan, di ba?
Oh, kanina pa siya yung nagsiserve with this run for the Volley Builders.
Pero si Bandola yung nagsimula talaga.
Oh, Ramirez had the right idea there. Sumobra lang.
This is a 5-point goal right now for them. They went for the home run. Errors, mamaya bibilangin natin.
14-9. Army looking to end this one, and they finally break that dry spell as PJ Rojas scores.
Number 8 in terms of reception efficiency. 37%, much better than what NU has at 29%. Something na pwedeng magamit ng Army laban sa National U. 6 errors already para sa Troopers.
And an ace para kay Jailo Labide, or rather for Ramirez. Nico Ramirez getting that ace to give Army back-to-back points to cut the lead down to 3. 11 serving 14. Bello had to kneel. Chance ball again for the Archipelago Builders. They go pipe attack. Popped up by Labide. Here comes Rojas. Denied by the tower, Tagibolos.
That's why Peng Tagibolos was chosen to be a part of the national pool at this young age. Length, timing, and fearless attitude stops a 2-point run and restores a 4-point lead.
15-11. It's sent back, but there was a violation on the part of NU.
Troopers dodging a bullet. Still chasing a 3-point deficit.
Oh, that's too strong for Kevin Liberato. And this leads us to the second technical timeout. NU ahead by 4, 16-12. Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center, you're still catching the Spikers Turf 2023 Open Conference. NU with a steady 4-point lead over Army. It's a good serve, Ramirez with a quick set to Torres. NU with a chance here. The attack from Bandola does not work. Rojas with the off-speed, easily picked up. Bandola ulit. That was popped up by King.
Error number 8 para sa Troopers. Nearly 50% of the total output ng NU galing sa pagkakamali ng Army. NU only committing 2 errors so far in the set. Remember, the score was at 8-7 pabor sa Troopers. Since that time, 10-4 run para sa National U.
Torres. Naiabot kahit papano, but it's NU trying to attack, and there's double contact called.
Parang nabitin lahat, ano? Kasi nabitin din yung bola. Troopers are coming off a 5-set win.
Oh, that's over-received. Chance here for Army. Torres. Same thing, medyo natawa na lang doon si Torres. It's back-to-back times na hindi sila masyado nag-connect. Buti na lang. And Ciso was able to get his point.
I believe the Troopers have played the most number of 5-set matches. 2 wins in 5 sets, 1 loss. Oh, tama. 3 5-setters para sa kanila.
Yeah.
Kasama ang Santa Rosa City Lions.
Veterano pagdating sa 5-setters. Itong Army Troopers and their last one, no? How big is that, Coach Ronnie, coming off a 5-set win, no, against Air Force? I'm sure the confidence is somewhat high para sa kanila.
Which should be. And remember that they played a team without its #1 scorer in Ramran Abdelia. And sa kanila, it's all about survival. In fact, maski makalimang panalo sila, hindi sila sigurado na makakatawid pa sa semis. Pero isang pagkatalo, automatic eliminated na sila.
Abdul Majid and Depamailo will...
And Ciso hasn't gotten on track. Ramirez has been spotty at times. This comes after winning his duel with Jesse Lopez in their previous win.
15 serving 18. Belio, or rather it's a bump set given up by Jaleco.
Nice. First offensive block para dito sa Troopers. That was Torres.
Torres may not be... Belio finding the chance to attack, and he scores.
Anytime you are in front of Belio and with that ball turning out to be a broken play, you have to guard him. Kaliwete ito eh. So diretso sa kanya yung 1-2 play na yon.
Unorthodox, and of course, dahil nga yung height niya, no, can be used to his advantage definitely as a setter. And a drop ball works para kay Mac Bandola.
2 straight points after that ceasefire was called by Coach Dante. This augurs well here on that pipe play para dito sa NU.
Good
Taking a
timeout.
strong hit.
Another sub.
3 na sa starters ang nilabas ni Coach, no?
Pinasok na dito si Joel Villonson.
Oo. Oh my.
Parang nagdalawang isip dun si Rojas if he was gonna get it or not.
Minsan kasi hindi mo makita yung dating ng bola eh.
It was actually gonna drop, so tama naman yung decision niya, but it was a bit too late already.
Pero hindi buong buo eh. You know, kasi ang bigat nung pinagdala nung serve eh.
Bandola again with a serve.
Eh, opposite zone din nadala eh.
And Labide able to score a point for Army.
Labide has to do better. PJ Rojas as well. With Once and Ciso struggling to start. They have to come together and try to erase what was once a 4-point deficit. Imagine mo, 18-17 na lang yan, no? Kanina, isa na lang.
Pero yung timeout nga ni Coach Dante helped NU to string a couple of points. Check ball ang itinawag. And no one is complaining on the side of Army, so...
Kitang-kita eh.
Right.
Oo. Kaya ang bilis ng overrule.
Coach Melvin Carolino will use up his final timeout.
Hey, wait lang ha. Apat lang yan. Isa-isa tayo. Receive muna tayo. Ha? Huwag magmadali, Nicky. 3 spiker mo. Ha? Trigger, pasokan mo na maayos. Makakuha ka yung wings natin. Madali na. Kaya mo, Abdullah. Mag-go lang tayo, ha? Wala nag-enjoy sa inyo.
Army looking to take it 1 point at a time.
Big 4-1 counter para sa NU after nearly being tied at 18. The Young Turks keeping their composure amidst an ambushed attempt by the Troopers late in this set.
Oh, good serve there para kay Ordiales.
Second service ace. At least 2 service aces.
Oleo Ordiales was one of the few players who were also part of the lineup last conference
Right.
para sa NU.
Sigurado ako kay Bello. Tandang-tanda ko yan. Kasi nabigla siya nung nasaktan si Joshua Retamar.
He had to play a lot of extended
dulo.
minutes.
3 service aces para sa NU. So Army being hurt by reception miscues, attack errors.
And the attack works for Tagibolos, and he sends NU to set point.
5 set points for National U. Looking good so far against the Troopers, trying to eliminate the Troopers from a spot in the Final Four.
Float serve given up by Bello. And Army able to score a point courtesy of Abdul Majid.
Abdul Mahid? Oo. Abdul Majid.
Papasok dito ng Army ang kanilang starters. Ramirez checking in, as well as Enciso.
That was Jaidai Abdul Majid, who had 4 points coming off the bench, played 3 sets in that 5-set win over the Airmen.
Serving 24. Bello goes quick. It was blocked by Liberato. So Army able to save another set point, which prompts Coach Dante Alinsunurin to call for time.
Lalaki.
Ito na maayos, ha? Reserve lang tayo maayos, okay? Same play pa rin tayo, ha? Receive 1 tayo, receive 1. Labas tayo rito. Okay, Bri. Pasuko mo ng A. Pasuko mo nitong isa to. Sige, ha? Okay. Adjust lang sa receive tayo, okay? Okay, bigay ng pagkakataon, Bri. Sige.
Coach Dante drawing up a specific play for NU once they receive this service from Army, looking for the finish.
I believe that was addressed specifically to Haleko for a possible end of set play. But it will all start with a good first ball para sa Builders.
So service will come from Nico Ramirez. 21-24. Here comes Bello with the setup. And it will be Jan Abdilia to finish set number 1.
That was Abanilla.
Yeah.
Who scores the final point para dito sa NU. Good timeout once again for Coach Dante. 1 set lead for the Builders over the Troopers.
Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center as we take a look at the set 1 highlights of what happened there. Early on, Army was able to score a couple of points to start this game. Pero itong NU, they built a 4-point lead, which, you know, Army, humabol naman sila kahit papano na trim nila yun sa isa. Pero itong NU, lumalayo talaga eh.
Mahirap magabol kung karamihan sa binibigay or nakukuha puntos ng kalaban ay galing sa attack errors. Too many miscues. And it was consecutive and multiple errors that the Troopers committed. And eventually, they lost a 1-point lead and were down by 4 points at least twice in this set. But the worst part was when they were about to force a deadlock at 18-all, they gave up 2 straight points, and eventually that led to that 4-point loss in the first set. Numbers that will tell you a slight illustration, but the big story in that first set loss is yung 8 errors that Army committed against NU, who only had 4 errors. At sa 4 errors na yan, hanggang dun sa 18 points, 2 pa lamang ang errors ng NU by that time. So, nagkamali sa dulo, but enough cushion to withstand that late uprising coming from the Troopers.
So NU Archipelago Volley Builders drawing first blood in this matchup against the Philippine Army Troopers. Again, NU, we talked about it. Wala pa po silang panalo here in the Spikers Turf Open Conference here. In 2023 at least, I mean, these are the defending champions fielding in a totally different lineup. Looking for their first win to namang Army. Nasa bottom half din sila ng team standing, so they want to be able to rack up the wins in hopes of entering the semifinals. As we welcome you to set number 2, Dip Dipianco alongside Coach Ronnie Magsanok calling the match, and of course Alexis Tinsay with the reports from the sidelines. That is outside para kay Enciso.
Once is 0 out of 4 to open up this match. This comes after a 26-point explosion as he had the most touches in their last win. Continues to struggle. Tinanggal na niya yung arm sleeve niya.
Right.
Pagpagpag ng malas.
Jaleco with that serve, and then Rojas sends it out. 2 quick points for NU.
Rojas, the leading scorer para sa Troopers, have struggled in this match. Attack errors, reception problems. Not a good start for the Troopers here in this set.
Rojas popped up easily. Oh, pero nag-alangan dun sa set na yun. Chance for Army. Labide.
That's a broken play out of system. No problem for Labide. At minsan hindi sa lakas. Minsan sa placement. Finding the hole. Locating the end zone. Nobody home.
Right on the spot. Itong si Jailo Labide. Ooh.
Muntik pa.
Corner na corner yung tinarget eh.
Pero I thought that the sound of that contact on the ball says that it was a mishit.
Yeah.
Paltok eh.
Oh. Si Kevin Liberato was that.
Yes, kaya lumutang eh. Hindi bumaba.
3 serving 1. Tagibolos does the same, but it's short.
Tagibolos is about 6'5 or 6'6 eh. Kasi napakatangkad na ni Bello at saka ni Orjales, pero siya lang yung nagsiserve na pababa eh.
Yeah.
Lahat itatalon eh, di ba? Pero siya,
Diretso lang.
Oo.
And with his age, I'm sure tatangkad pa yan kahit papano.
Sana all.
Height is might nga, Coach Ronnie,
Yes,
sabi
yes.
nila.
Matagal ko nang napatunayan. But not necessarily all the time.
Right.
But most of the time.
Mga ilang percent.
Mataas eh. Parang sila.
Service para kay Abanilla. Here comes Army with the attack.
Off the block point. Troopers are a very experienced team. They know how to fight back. Looking to fight back. 4 errors para sa Troopers. So lahat ng puntos ng NU in this set have come from miscues para sa Troopers. Na naman.
Enciso.
Again, the advantage of Bello. You have to guard him really. Basta yung first ball over-received. May kakayahan si Bello.
2 points now for him.
Right.
Talking about Joseph Bello. First set, he had the spike on the second touch. This time, the same thing. Good serve. Ramirez able to set up. But
5 errors for the Troopers. More errors than points. 1 attack point, courtesy of Bello. The rest are free points given up by Army.
Bandola with the serve.
Galing mag-serve nito, no?
Kanina rin in set number 1. Rojas short on the attack, and NU with a 4-point lead here in set number 2.
That has been the story of the day so far for Coach Melvin Carolino.
And the biggest lead so far for them was at 4 points.
Wow.
And now it's at 5. Courtesy of Mac Bandola.
Service ace number 4. Biggest lead, first technical timeout, believe it or not.
8-3.
6 errors out of the 8 points ng National U coming sa errors ng Troopers.
8-3 is our score. Babalik tayo here on One Sports.
Dipin coach Ronnie, PNVF's best middle blocker, Gentle Giant, and national team young gun, Peng Tagibulos, who also came from Taiwan last week, told me, iba pala yung pakiramdam kapag kakampi mo si Brian Baguna sa ASEAN Games ng Thailand. Tapos nakalaban niya sa club team in Taiwan just last week. At 21 years old, ang daming learning experience ni Peng with legends. And after transferring from Arellano, tingnan natin prowess ni Peng as a Bulldog, hopefully also in the UAAP and also in the SEA Games in Cambodia. Back to set 2.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. Well, that's the luxury of having this type of program. Yung mga alumni mo, sila Brian Bagunas, of course, helping out also in ways that only one can imagine. Nakakalaro pa rin nila kahit na graduate na in different ways. Like for example, in what Alexis mentioned, in Taiwan for the national team, training. And of course, I'm sure they also have tune-up games that they get to play with their idols. Pero soon enough, they will be the ones stepping up to the plate. At ang sila din namang magiging mga veterano for their schools. Right now, NU has built a 7-point lead. Here in set number 2, make that 8 points. Dordiales getting the better of that. Take a look at that play once again. Of course, started off with a good serve by Bandola. Over-received. And regalo para kay Ordiales. Bandola has really set the tone here. And another ace for Mac Bandola, who has been making a living out of that service area. Check out this ace right on the line. Para kay Mac Bandola in a 9-point lead. Timeout for the Army Troopers.
Atras kayo, huwag kayong pantay-pantay sa dito. Pantay-pantay kayo. Magsalita. Magsalita kayo kung sino kukuha ng bola. Hindi yung nakatunganga lang tayo. Hintayin natin lumapag yung bola. Ha?
And this is a hurricane that has been thrown by National U against the Troopers from the service line. Pero kung titignan mo yung kabuuan, litrato, the big picture will tell you that the Troopers have hurt themselves.
Yeah. Yung simula pa lang, Coach Ronnie, yung errors, remember?
6 na to.
Yeah.
Sa first set, 8.
And
The
finally,
target practice is done para dito sa NU. But they've hurt the Troopers after 4 straight points and a 9-point lead. I was about to say earlier, na yung 5-point deficit is not impossible to overhaul.
Yeah. That's 2 straight points for Army after the timeout.
And that is the first time we've said that in this match. Or in this set. Wag naman in this match. That's the first set. Meron namang multiple points ito in succession.
Good timeout called by Coach Melvin Carolino. Joust at the net. It's back at the NU side. Free ball ang ibibigay Ramirez.
And that's a mishit again from Enciso. Was that Enciso? Liberato? Wow. Error number 7. 8 is the lead para sa National U.
13 serving 5
And this
here in
comes
set number 2.
after may struggles ang libero ng NU na si Maclang.
And the block, but
Na-touch.
Belio admits to that. Unfortunately, ganda sana ng block na yun.
Ako.
Take a look at
May culpa. Easy. Easy to see. Parang may sirena.
Ooh. Gustong bawiin ni Belio yun. He was successful a while ago, twice in this game, pero on the third attempt, it was short.
That was different kasi yun talaga hindi over ball. Saka yung 180 turn niya, mahirap talaga yun.
Setting up Jaleco, but that is outside. Nope.
Black touch call
Merong touch.
against the Troopers. And they will call a challenge. In this last call.
So they will raise up the challenge for block touch.
Pero malaki na yung remate rito ng Troopers. 12-3 kanina yan eh. So may 4-1 run na kung sakali para dito sa kanila.
We're gonna wait and see if you overturn yung call na yun. It was outside, obviously. Pero yung initial call ng ating first referee was that there was a touch. Kaya puntos dapat para sa NU-ARCHIPELAGO Bodybuilders. Let's take a look at what happened there. Block touch ba? Oh, malayo.
Opposite nung depensa, yung palo.
So, a successful challenge. Pero ngayon, ika-counter challenge naman ni NU to check if it is in or out. Yun ang maganda dito, Coach Ronnie, di ba? Papalitan sila ng... Kumbaga may pagka-mind games na rin to kasi, okay.
Well, coaches are learning right now how to utilize the challenge rule to their advantage.
Tama nga naman, di ba? Walang
Ball
touch.
in, ball out.
So might as well check.
I think that's out.
So let's see in the slow-mo if that is in or out. That went out. So unsuccessful ang challenge ng NU. Point will stay with Army to cut the lead down to 4 points. Or rather, 5 points. Belio goes to Tagibolos. Chance here for Army. They send it to Rojas on the other side, and it drops.
Best scoring run para dito sa Troopers. Lead down to 4 from a high of 9. Some problems with the first ball para sa NU, disallowing them to launch their points of attack. Baklang has to be more stable right now with this second set uprising coming from the Troopers.
It was a 9-point lead a while ago, you have to remember. Now it's cut down to 4. Jaleco able to get it through.
Not the best set coming from Belio. They needed that. 1-point cushion. Ayan, no? Look at the force. Team A member, Spiker's turf. Rotation player, that's Jaleco and Belio. Double action para dito sa dalawang key players for Coach Dante.
14 serving 9. Inangat ulit kay Rojas. Enough time for NU to pick it up. But unable to do so properly. Rojas ulit. And he is blocked.
Kita mo si Tagibolos? Laki.
Hard not to see him.
Saka ano hindi pa tumatalon. Alam mo talagang, that's why he's in the national pool. 13 blocks heading to this match. The talent level and the upside is way up there. Down to 4 earlier, now up to 6 once again.
Ramirez, tough set to Enciso. Chance for NU. Bello goes back row. Naiangat ni Bandola.
Mahirap yan.
Medyo scramble, no? Parang everyone was
Pero
sort of in motion there.
Bello has committed at least 4 errors in this set. Nanganganak.
Ten serving, 15 here in set number 2. NU ahead by 5 points.
Yun ang kaibahan sa second set. Uy, my goodness. I was saying, ang kaibahan, yung NU hindi nagkakamali masyado sa unang set.
Yeah.
Pero Army, tinablan na naman ng sakit dito. 6 kanilang gustong abulin at 16-10.
Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center, you're still catching the Spikers Turf 2023 Open Conference. NU looking good so far in this game. They already have a set ahead over Army. And here in set number 2, 6 ang kanilang abante. Although a while ago, umabot ng 9 na puntos ang abante nila over the Troopers.
Bumaba na kanina yan sa 4 at 13-9. Pero sa laki ng lamang nila, isang pagkakamali ng Troopers, lolobo ulit eh.
But a chance here for Army. Hernandez sends it over. Sumobra yun. Enciso able to pick up that rebound.
Nice.
Bandola with a tip. Ooh. Vikings slipping, which caused the trouble for Army.
Tagibolos is a human wiper para dito sa National Youth. Like an umbrella, has made it difficult para malusutan ang depensa ng National University.
As you mentioned, heading into this game, number 4 in terms of blocking itong si Tagibolos. And a service ace.
Number 4 kasi maraming larong o may ilang larong wala siya. Kaya pag tinignan mo yung leading scorers, misleading eh.
Oo.
Kasi iba, dami nang nilaro,
Right.
di ba?
Some
Yung iba
players
hindi
left.
nakalaro, oo, kasi umalis nga dahil sa national pool training in Taipei. Yung iba naman, yung nga, may double duties.
Right. 18-10 is our score. Here comes NU. Bello unable to get to that. First touch pa lang, medyo ng problema na itong bodybuilders.
Total of 5 blocks para dito sa National University. 4 dito sa set na ito. And then the errors para sa Army. So that's 11 of the 18 points ng National University. Tapos yung aces nila.
Bello back sets.
Nice.
Hits the antenna. Ito si Jan Abdilia.
Not nice. Abanilla.
Nakaka-confuse talaga yung ano.
Abdilia, si Ranran, di ba?
Abanilla.
Lagot ka kay Ranran.
Magkalaban kasi sila last game. Although
Sagutin mo yung
he
palo.
didn't play. Baka hindi ako makakover next game.
2 weeks.
Bello back sets. Jan Abanilla this time is blocked.
Last stand para sa Army in this set. Coach Dante looking at Bello.
So again, Army with 3 straight points to cut the lead down to 5. Bello to Bandola using his offhand.
Kanina pa siya nag-adjust sa mga sets nitong si Bello. But he finds a way to score.
Iba rin yung hang time ni Mac Bandola. Look at that.
Buo sila Kompleto sila ngayon. Saka nakauna ka ng isang set Tapos struggle yung kalaban.
19 serving 13. That's way wide for Tagibolos.
Buti malaki yung lamang nila, no? Kasi the errors have also rolled in para sa kanila.
Rojas on deck to serve for the Troopers. Outside din yun para kay PJ Rojas.
High risk. Not rewarded. 6-point deficit.
Joshua Barica, I believe, hasn't seen action in this game, so first time checking in.
Came off the bench. Played for all 5 sets off the bench. Good maneuver by the veteran. Benjailo Labide. The 2-hand push.
Once Enciso serving, 15 to 20. Bello, upset Bandola. Good save there. Mula kay Uy.
Mahusay itong batang ito. Mahusay. 7-point game. One of the lowest output para sa kanila. Only 58 points in their last match. Ang NU versus the Cotabato Spikers. Bandola right now para sa National University. Ahead of Orjales in terms of scoring. Ahead of Tagibulos likewise. Bandola has 78 points in 5 games. That's about 13 or 13 per match.
Right.
Or 14 per match. 15 is 75. 15 points. Over 15 points per game.
Joel Villonson looks at the spot where he scored the point. His team behind by 5 points still. Ordiales under the ball. Lead is cut down to 4. Kaya naman tatawag ng timeout si Coach Dante Alinsunurin.
Saan nagmamadali? Siksik. Saan ka siksik? Kaya hindi ka tumpa. Okay? Itaas ang serve. Kamay nyo na lang. Okay? 1 lang, ha? Pasok tayo ulit tayo, ha? Resibo tayo, pasok doon. Ito. Kaya dito yung setter, dito yung middle lang. Sunod, nakita mo, pag punta mo, bigay mo dito pag hindi. Ngayon yan, ha? Adjust tayo, ha? Magsalita, ha? Go, go, go!
Timeout called by NU.
Oh, this is becoming to be too close for comfort. Closest na nakalapit ang Troopers in this set. Since the score was pegged at 18-13. Na-breach na yung 5-point barrier.
He was also reminding his players na huwag magmadali.
Kasi sumasala na si Tagibolos at saka si Orjales. Yan ang main weapons nila aside from the wing spikers na sila Bandola, of course, at si Jaleco.
What you like about Joseph Bello is he's not shy to attempt those types of plays that pay off eventually for NU. Timeout called by Army this time.
Isa-isahin natin yan, ha? Yan 5 na yan, pag naisa-isa natin yan, bago sila umiscore ng isa ulit, tatatlo tayo. Lalamang pa tayo, ha? Trabahuhin natin to. Jong, magtrabaho kayo sa likod. Sa harap, diskartehan nyo na lang. Okay?
Go. Wait lang. Ito lang kasi napansin ko kanina. Ito lang may tutulong ko. Pag nag-error tayo, di na tayo nag-uusap. Dapat mag-usap tayo.
Wala tayo, ha?
Arme!
Numbers! Salita tayo.
Malapit na yan.
Tawag agad ng timeout si Coach Melvin Carolino dahil 3 points na lang kailangan ng NU to get a 2-set lead. This is 22 serving 17. Number 17 on deck to serve. That's Leo Ordiales for NU. Ramirez sends it.
That's big. That's big. Hirap na sila kumiscore sa opensa eh. Hindi na rin sumasala ang Army sa errors. That moves them 6 points clear. Misdirection, hindi kinagat. Tumanwol, nakabantay, nakamarka sa open hitter.
NU 2 points away from taking a 2-set lead.
Lumusot.
Popped up by Abanilla. But it's back with Army. Labide ulit. Outside.
Alanganin eh, oh. Out of system play. Broken ball. Broken
NU
play rather.
is now at set point again for the second time.
I haven't seen
this
NU
match.
taste a 2-set lead.
I was gonna mention, Coach Ronnie, parang never pa yun nangyari in this entire conference.
Because, let me check this. They have won a total of 6 sets so far. 6 sets pa lang ito sa 5 laro eh.
Ooh.
6 sets won, 15 sets lost. But right now, they pocketed 2 straight sets against the veteran team of the Army Troopers.
Looking good are the NU-ARCHIPELAGO volley builders as they take a 2-set advantage over the Philippine Army Troopers. Nagsimula yun dito sa overset and easily snatched. Sa haba pa naman, ito si Tagibolos was able to reach that one and get the second set dub for NU. Babalik tayo here on One Sports Plus. Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center for the continuation of this matchup between NU and Army. Set 2 highlights as we take a look at what happened there. Coach Ronnie, umabante agad yung NU.
Wire-to-wire win para dito sa National University. Nakauna after a slow start para dito sa Troopers, and eventually it turned out to be from an 8-3 count in the first technical timeout, lumobo yan sa 12-3. Nakabalik at 13-9. Bumalik muli at 18-13. But eventually ended the set with an 8-point win at 25-17. As a good picture of the second set will tell us that yung attack points ng dalawang teams only accounted for 14 points combined.
Right.
But the 6 blocks of NU was heavy for them. And the Troopers also gave up 10 free points para sa National University. That's already 16. At yung tatlong aces that exposed the reception inefficiency ng Troopers told heavily against them. And a very slow start disallowed them from overhauling what was once a 9-point deficit. And now they are 2 sets behind dito sa wala pang panalo na team ng National University Archipelago Builders.
Pretty sure Army knows exactly what they need to do. Limit the errors nga. So simula pa lang because yung unang 4 na puntos na NU galing nga sa lahat ng errors of Army. So we welcome you to set number 3 here at the Spikers Turf 2023 Open Conference Live. On One Sports Plus, Dip Dipianco alongside Coach Ronnie Magsanok calling this match, and Alexis Tinsay, our courtside reporter for today. PJ Rojas starts off with a point for Army.
First point for Rojas in the set. Rojas now with a total of 5 points. 3 points in the first set. 1 point in set 2. First point here in set number 3.
Bello back sets. Sinubukang gawa ng paraan doon ni Jaleco, but it went out.
One of the things that NU has to prove is that they can win. Right now, up by 2 sets. Do they know how to win here in the Spikers turf against the veteran teams?
They can't relax right now, Coach Ronnie.
Inuunahan na sila ng mga veterano eh.
When their backs are against the wall, these troopers know what to do.
Good adjustment coming from
Jaleco.
Aleco. Almost a violation crossing the line. Pero nakapreno. May engine brake.
Iniwasan niya eh.
At hindi sumala sa net.
First point for NU. Ramirez unable to connect with his middle. Bandola sinubukan. It's back with the troopers. Here comes Rojas. A high arcing ball there. And down it goes.
Parang out sana, no? Quick over down the line. Back set by Bella from the open to the opposite hitter. Opened up and isolated. Itong isang Bulldog. 2 straight points for the Bulldogs.
Uy! Napaganda pa for Army.
Abanilla missing out on that last play.
Pero yung sumubok dun na
Di umangat eh.
sundutin agad eh, no?
Sinungkit sana pero hindi umahon. Stops a 2-point run. Restores a 1-point lead for the Troopers who were lacking that last exchange.
3 serving 2 here in set number 3. Bello goes to the middle.
That is something that Bello needs to activate in this set. Sigurado Bantayado, Jaleco at Bandola. Dalawa lang eh. Tagibolos, Orjales have to work harder here in this set if they are to close out the Troopers' increased rate.
Peng Tagibolos. This time a better serve. And Ciso.
First point o pangalawa. 2 out of 6 for Once and Ciso.
Remember, Enciso had 26 points in the last outing of Army. Pero medyo limited siya today against NU.
Parang pagod sila ni PJ eh, no? Yun lang ang pwede kong maisip eh. Dahil sa sobrang haba ng laban na yun.
Which happened just last Wednesday.
Oo eh. Sobrang haba eh. I think that was the longest match of this competition so far.
It's back with NU. Bello. Upset. That's wide para kay Mac Bandola.
Rare miss coming from Bandola. Perfect chance to take the lead. Army stays ahead by 1.
Once and Ciso will serve for Army.
Love the nickname.
Protecting a 1-point lead. Battle at the net. Napunta sa NU. It's at their side. And a hole in the middle. No one got it after the block of Army.
No choice si Bello kundi bigay kay Bandola. Broken play. Troopers with their first block of the set. Total of 3 overall para sa Troopers. Or 4 overall para sa Troopers sa kill blocks.
Bello back sets.
3-point given up. Was that Labide?
So NU just sticking close dito sa Army in set number 3, 5-6. Bandola already with 8 points. And Labite with a powerful spike.
Still a 2-point lead for the Troopers. Veterans with better accuracy in this set. They only had a total of 8 attack points. Actually, ang NU 6 attack points nga lamang. But they also had 6 kill blocks in that second set win.
7 serving 5.
Oh, again, I'll say this as a matter of fact. Tagibolos and Orjales, kailangan gumana dito sa set na ito.
Right.
Babantayan talaga sila Bandola, sigurado yan.
Six serving 7. Medyo malayo yung stretch na yun for Enciso. Bodies on the floor. And Tagibolos is holding on to his head after what seemed like a collision between him and Enciso.
At dito sa mga pagkakataon nito, yung kasabihang matigas ang ulo mo, mas importante. So what will happen in this exchange? Will the point be replayed?
Possibly, because yung layo ng pinanggalingan.
Well, I think that point will be awarded to the troopers.
Right, so we reached the first technical timeout, 8-6 in favor of Army.
Dip and Coach Ronnie, notable player of today, Mark Enciso, gave me a hearty talk about the troops. Always hearing situations na sinasabing, yan yung Army, laging talunan yan. At sobrang laki ng ngiti ni Mark na padami na ng padami ang suporta sa kanila ng volleyball fans. And they're changing the opinion of the public. Given na tumaas yung ranko nila from last season, sabi ni Enciso, na there is no way to go but up, especially with Coach Melvin being the dream coach they have. And tama kayo guys, the PCG Olympics is something they're ready for after the season. Back to set 3.
Thank you, Alexis, for that report.
Walang pinanalo to nun sa nakalipas na...
Doon sa Olympics.
Yes, sa... Na-double check ko lang dun sa nakalipas na conference.
Right.
Now they have won 3 matches. Williamson scoring his first point. 2.8 pinakamalaki para sa Troopers, looking for a wider cushion. A bigger lead and put more pressure on National Youth.
2-point advantage for Army. Bello. And another point for Army.
Hirap nang pumuntos dito ang National Youth. Chance para sa Troopers to increase a 3-point lead.
Almost an ace, pero nahabol
Galing nun
ni Abanilla. But a chance ball. They go combination play. And it works for Once Enciso.
1 point in the first set, 1 point in the second set. First point here in set 3 for Enciso. 3 para kay Once. 4, 4 kalamangan ng Army.
Bello. Underhand set. That is kept alive by the Troopers. Ball is still live. The
Finally.
attack from Abanilla works.
Finally a wing spiker delivers para sa NUs. The Troopers threaten to build a 5-point lead. Pantayadong open hitter. Pupuntos ng bahagya. Paambon-ambon ang mga middle blockers ng NU.
NU unable to get a run here in set number 3.
Iba yung lamang ka, iba yung naghahabol ka. Kaya nga ang tanong ko kanina, do they have what it takes to close out a match? Something they have not done in this Spikers Turf edition so far.
Army able to get a touch. Chance for them to attack pero hindi ready dun. Bandola. Too long.
Bandola beginning to miss. 5 kalamangan ng Army. Naghahanap ng block touch.
So block touch ang hinihingi ng NU-ARCHIPELAGO volley builders who are trailing by 4 points. They haven't found themselves in this situation, Coach Ronnie, in a while.
Yes. Best set so far para sa Troopers.
But as you mentioned, itong mga veterano, no, alam nila that the young ones,
Mahirap mag-close out ng set.
Oo.
Mahirap mag-close out ng laban.
and a team that obviously is hungry for their first win, di ba? Ayaw nila ibigay yun sa kanila. Block touch ang hinihingi ng NU. So there was no block touch for, o walang nakatama dun for Army. So challenge is unsuccessful for the volley builders. We're down by 5. Delio back sets. And a net violation for PJ Rojas.
They needed that 3 point. Hirap na silang pumuntos eh. Finally, 2 free points. Troopers with an over ball. Over reception. Mabuti 5 kanilang puhunan, ngayon ay ibaba sa 3.
10 serving 13 here in set number 3. Rojas able to score off the block. Medyo off balance pa siya sa landing niya dun.
Against the single block. Back to 4.
So back to a 4-point lead for the Troopers. Serving 10. Rojas. That is short for PJ Rojas.
There are games such as this, even for the top players. You just have to fight through it.
And yung mga ganong moments, Coach Ronnie, because could have been a turning point if they were able to get another one. 5 points na eh. If ever
Pwede
yung
na mag-anim
lamang nila.
di ba?
Ramirez, medyo mababa yun for Balwalwa. And Rojas exits the game, or exits the court. Barica checks in. Down by 2 points itong NU. Combination ulit. Set back by Leo Ordiales, who is the number 2 blocker.
And just like that, defense turning into a gold mine para dito sa National University. Ilan na kanina yan? 5 na yan.
Number 2 blocker behind JP Bugawan, who will see action later on after this match. Labide able to adjust and get a point for Army.
Meron pang isa si Abanilla. 3 players in the top 10 sa best blockers. 10 for Abanilla. And then you have Tagibulos with 13 kill blocks, and then the 15 of Ordiales. Wow.
Ordiales.
Nahirapan siya, no? That's something that he will learn. Control. 3.8 for the Troopers as we reach the second technical timeout.
Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center. NU are ahead by 2 sets but find themselves trailing by 3 behind Army Troopers.
Isa na lang kanina yan.
Army's goal is to rack up the wins para umabot sa semifinals. NU looking for their first win. And a kill mula kay Mac Bandola.
A rare point for Bandola in this set. Diagonal point delivered by Bandola. Maski makalimang panalong Army, antayin nila kung mag-aanim ba ang Imus at ang Cotabato.
Right. Kasi nga, undefeated pa yung tatlong teams
Yes. Good misdirection. And then Labide with that also cross-court point. 3 is the lead ng Troopers.
Interesting pala that you mentioned that, Coach Ronnie, because
Wala sa mga kamay nila.
and finally, between Signal and Cotabato, may matatalo na mamaya
Yes.
after this game.
Pero sa Army, tinitignan lang nila makarating sa 5 panalo eh.
Bello. Oh! Finally, a connection between him and Ordiales.
Minsan nga, mas mabuti. Diretso na lang ni Ordiales. Kasi pag nilihis niya,
Oo, tama.
sala talaga eh.
Goes wide.
Another rally here by National U.
It may chance nga na lumabas when he does something else. This is Labide ulit. But this time it's short.
I think he wanted a cut shot because the blockers were there ready to ambush. Coach Carolina talking to Ramirez. Saan pwedeng dalhin? Kasi tignan mo yung blockers ng NU. At mabuti, nasa likuran si Ordiales. Chance ang umatake.
16-17, but a service error for Leo Ordiales.
That's deflating right now para sa National U or trying to sustain this uprising.
PJ Roas has gotten his breather. Nilapas lang siya saglit.
Pero hindi mo pwedeng ilabas ng matagal eh. You live and die with your best players.
Right.
Ika nga.
Labide with a float serve. Bello inangat. Aleco unable to get that down. Rojas finds the spot. And it's the perfect substitution.
That's why you need PJ Rojas in.
Timeout called by Coach Dante Alinsunurin. This was the previous play. PJ Rojas kakabalik lang sa court, getting a point for Army as we listen into this timeout.
Sipay dito para sumunod dito. Tapos iwan mo rito, may backline ka rito.
Sige po, Coach.
Okay? Ang gagawin mong backline, sinasabi ko sa'yo, ang set mo, pag siya'y lumabas ito, siya lang ang tingnan mo. Hanggang sa pumalot siya ang titingnan mo.
Opo, Coach.
Okay, sige ha. Mamaya ha. Sige, sige.
Hey, you!
Ayaw mo lang kasing gawin eh.
Timeout called by NU-ARCHIPELAGO. Same thing happened. They were able to cut the lead down to 1 and then
Yes.
a couple of points.
Yung service error, Ordiales. Kasi hirap nga sila pumuntos eh. So, isang error, malaking bagay laban sa kanila.
And again, Bello.
Basta pakaliwa. Yung dating ng over ball, lamang siya. Pero yung pag umikot siya,
Medyo mahirap yun for him.
alanganin.
17-19, Bello will serve. Ramirez gusto bumawi. A taste of their own medicine.
Former UAP star from Adamson, of course.
Army reaches the 20-point mark. They're ahead by 3 points.
Ooh. Dating manlalaro ni Coach Doming Custodio. Nico Ramirez among other soaring Falcons.
18 serving 20 here in set number 3. Brian Haleco to serve. Good first ball and the spike. Wala kay Villonson.
2 points for Villonson for the Troopers.
This is where NU's character will be sort of tested, Coach Ronnie.
Kanina pa sila nasusubok.
Yeah, how can you close this one out? You're already up by 2 sets. Wala ka pang panalo and you're facing a veteran team like Army.
Tingnan natin ang ilang... NU has lost 2 5-setters. Let me double check this. Tatlong 5-setters ang talo ng NU. At dalawang 3-set sweeps ang kanilang naibigay.
2-point game. Here comes Enciso, who is blocked by Abanilla.
Single block. Good read on that pass coming from Ramirez.
Diretsong-diretso. Look at that. Inabangan si Enciso.
Walang pupuntahan. Down the line was covered well.
20-21.
Enciso could not go to the diagonal hit.
Uy! Saved by Ramirez. Enciso again. Popped up by NU. It's back with Army. Rojas, the tip. No. Bello, upset. Bandola, the off-speed. Yes! And we are tied at 21-all.
Youngsters fighting back. Timeout para dito kay Coach Melvin Carolino. They've lost what was once a 5-point lead.
Let's listen in to their huddle.
Ano na naman babalik yung ganong pagkakataon? Eh kung pinalo mo, score na natin yun eh. Ha? Wala tayo. Wala tayo maayos.
Tayo naman. Let's go. Arme! Kapitan natin.
So action resumes here in a tight set number 3 matchup between NU and Army. NU, kanina pa naghahabol to, Coach Ronnie.
First time sila nagabol sa isang set.
That is outside, but looks like NU will gamble and try and challenge this one. Why not? They still have or 2 challenges left, I believe. Ball in, ball out. From our vantage point,
Well,
ano ba yun, Coach Ronnie? Parang
medyo mahaba.
Medyo
Tignan natin,
mahaba.
para official tayo. Baka mali naman tayo.
ito na.
Kaya
Service is outside. Kita naman natin. It was
Malayo,
outside.
Nakita ko kasi sa green talaga nagland yung bola. Minsan di mo sigurado di ba?
Kanina kasi nabitin yung serve niya nung nag-ace eh. So, nilakasan niya this time.
Sumobra.
Army ahead by 1 point, 22-21. Rojas will serve. It's also out. No challenge will be called.
Ito lang favorite player mo, Dip. Ako na. Abanilla.
Jan.
Yan. Ang hin-highlight na player natin kanina.
Correct. 22-all. Labide ang pinuntahan. And why not? That's the captain delivers.
Right. Steady as ever. Tight set. Army looking to survive.
23-22. It's Once Enciso about to serve, but there will be changes for Coach Melvin Carolino as Abdul Majid and Depamilo will check in. Kanina ginawa rin ito yung set number 1 na naghahabol sila. Pero ito for close-out purposes.
Right.
So Depamilo will be the one tasked to serve. Medyo malamig yan off the bench. Matagal nagpahinga. Let's see. Ooh.
Ang tinitignan ko lang ay si Coach Melvin Carolino, who will have the first set point or match point.
Tense moments here inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center as set number 3 has been a nip and tuck affair. Labide down the line, it drops. And Army is at set point.
Labide says, calm down. Have no fear. Labide is here. First set point para sa Troopers.
Kalma lang, sabi niya sa Army Troopers. They're ahead by 1 point, 24-23. Good first ball, Belio with a costly error. And that ends set number 3 with Army extending this one.
Took the risk. They'll pay for it. Headed to set number 4. Troopers keeping themselves alive with heads-up play by Labide late in this set. In the closest set that we have seen so far, the Troopers made sure that there will be no slow start for them. They're trying to survive, trying to push this match into a fourth set. And NU fought long and hard, tying the count multiple times in the end part of the third set. But eventually, Army had to thank Labide, who rescued them with 2 big points in the last part of the third set, and with Belio committing that attack error to close out the set, the Troopers live to fight another set as we are about to open set number 4. And as we check the numbers, NU hurt by 9 errors, and yes, they had 3 kill blocks, but I thought that the reception of the Troopers were big in terms of efficiency, at eventually kinulang ang opensa ng NU, umakyat ang opensa ng Army na mayroon lamang na 8 attack points doon sa previous second set. Samantalang sa unang set, naibalik ng Troopers ang kanilang offensive efficiency. Suddenly, Labide has 12, Bandola with 11 for National University. The fourth set is about to begin.
As we welcome you back to our coverage on One Sports Plus. Dip Bianco alongside Coach Ronnie Magsano calling this match, with Alexis Tinsay giving us the reports. To si Joseph Belio, we saw that last play.
Well, Joseph Belio has to be better sa kanyang ball distribution dito sa fourth set to try and free up ang kanyang mga wing spikers. They had 9 errors in the previous third set loss. 2 straight points. 1 attack point, 1 offensive block, 2-point lead. Coach Melvin Carolino unhappy with that last offensive sequence.
So 2 quick points for NU here in set number 4.
Which they need. A slow start. A slow start is going to be disastrous for them.
Bandola able to get the tip, and another violation for Army. So 3 straight points now for the volley builders.
Ganyan talaga yung momentum eh, no? Hindi mo talaga masabi. Bumaba ka lang eh.
Oo.
Pag-akyat mo, di ba? Iba na eh.
Parang nag-iba bigla yung ihip ng hangin.
Nag-iiba talaga eh. Nag-iiba. But to have a good start is imperative. Mahirap maghabol.
Yeah.
Lalo pag magko-close out ka. And second opportunity para sa National University to close out this match after winning the first 2 sets handily.
They go back set. That's way wide for Abanilla.
And ang favorite player ni Dip sprays that shot wide. Dalawang sunod para dito sa Troopers. Just 1 point away. They need Bandola to score multiple points early. Have to establish his offense early. And then, try to activate your middle hitters. Kasi pag hindi gumana si Bandola ng maaga, sumasala sa dulo.
That's what happened in set number 3.
Yes.
You know? Medyo, they tried to activate Ordiales towards the end, pero huli
Sala na eh. Oh. Sinong porsyentuhan? Sinong pupuntahan?
Ramirez will go to Rojas.
Hindi ko masasagot. As PJ Rojas continues to struggle with his offense. Although si PJ is closing in on the 10-point mark.
But they want to call for a challenge though, talking about Army. Block touch ang hinihingi nila doon sa atake ni PJ Rojas.
Really?
Which seemed like nasa ilalim siya ng bola, no? Kaya flat yung atake.
Tignan natin kung tama sila. 7 points for Rojas heading into this 4th set. Labide with 12, Bandola with a total of 12 points as well.
So the challenge for Army is to call for a block touch. Rojas yung umatake. Oh, that's... Ooh. That is so close. But there was no touch. No touch. So, unsuccessful challenge for the Troopers, who find themselves behind by 3 points. Five serving 2. Tagibolos with a good serve. Ramirez. Balualwa able to deliver right down the middle.
You can bet that the Troopers will fight really hard to win this 4th set and push this match into a 5th and final set. Nice.
But Abanilla able to score for NU.
At sa Vanilla, earlier it was Bandola. Kailangan gumana yung wing spikers. Kasi mas kinagahabol sila dun sa 4th set at nakakapit. Alam ko may hirapan kasi hindi pumupuntos eh.
Yeah. And you can't wait for Army na mag-init
magkamali.
din.
Hindi na sumagot.
Yeah.
Wow! That's Bandola once again.
Can't wait for them to commit the errors. And at the same time, slowly, hinahanap
Pupuntos
nila si
ito, may
Enciso.
puntos na sila.
Enciso is getting his rhythm. Labide has been scoring consistently. Rojas, even though he's struggling, might just explode. And a service error committed by NU. We're still up by 3 points here in set number 4. And Ciso with the serve. Bello goes to Ordiales. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Sabi nga natin, if the wing spikers cannot contribute as much, try to activate the middles, and that's what Bello is doing. Ordiales able to score and send us to the first technical timeout.
Depen Coach Ronnie na ikwento sa akin na notable player of the day, NU Bulldog Jan Abanilla, na dahil nasa training sila for future UAAP seasons, may pressure sila to keep afloat. But for him, this is a good kind of pressure. For his first Spiker Surf stint, the psychology student got to face his idol, Ranran Abdilia in the Air Force, which is enough motivation to keep Coach Dante proud dahil nakikipagsabayan sila sa mga idolo nila. With consistency, less errors, and more confidence, malaki raw ang potential nitong lineup magkaroon ng same power as the champion team last team. Back to set 4.
Thank
5
you.
service aces or 5 points? Ano ba ang binibilang natin dito?
Thank you, Alexis, for that report. Nililito ako lalo ni Alexis eh.
Binanggit si Ranran bigla lalo.
So ano ba? Jan
Abanilla. Ranran Abdilia. Alexis. Alex. Ayan.
Malinaw.
Favorite ko yung dad ni Alex eh. Pareho kami mestizo
Check
eh.
na check yan.
Check! Check!
5 serving 9.
Ako lang ang nagsasabi.
Haleko, miss-hit. Ramirez, upset. No, but as Army gets that point, no, yun na nga yung pinag-usapan natin. A while ago, it was the NU players playing with the alumni, like sila Brian Bagunas. But para kay Abanilla naman, to face yung kalaban mo na idol mo rin, di ba? That's something that you look forward to.
And these are the pioneers, so to speak. No? Now, opened up the runway para sa ating mga current generation of student athletes. No? Sila Coach Ejet Mabaya, di ba? Mga contributions. Sila Coach Roger Gorayev, George Pascua, among others. Kung Fu Reyes, Coach Shaq, Coach Oji Mamon. Lahat yan, nag-ambag-ambag.
Right. Ooh. That is through for Jailo Labide as he cuts the lead down to 3 points.
Haleko to his eyes off the ball. Could have upped that ball and sustained the transition play. Instead, Army with 7, NU 10 here in the 4th.
Belio upset Haleko. This time it drops for Brian Haleko.
If Belio is steady, this team is steady. Belio bubbles a bit. There's a ripple effect that spills over the rest of the Bulldogs.
Ramirez. Belio. Haleko upset. Back row attack works. Para kay Mac Bandola. Or, that was out.
Pipe play goes long. Still a good upcoming from Haleko. 3-point lead para dito sa NU.
Rojas.
Wow. Look at Coach Carolino.
So still
asking for divine intervention right now. The opening is there.
Yeah. Still a 4-point lead.
Nice serve. Take that 5.
And a timeout called by Army as they are down by 5 points.
Simple lang yun. Jay, simple lang yun. Palabas tuloy. Ngayon, pagdating dito, hindi mo naman binawi. Sabi ko sa inyo, pag nagkamali kayo, bumawi kayo ng 5. Nagkamali kayo ng 1, 5 ang kapalit nun. Ay lalo nyo pang dinadagdagan yung kapalit nun, dapat pumumputos ka ngayon ng 10. Ha? Bumawi kayo. Nagkamali kayo eh. Pag nagkamali, bumawi ka 5. Sa isang pagkakamali mo. Okay?
So timeout called by Army. They're trailing by 5 points behind the NU-ARCHIPELAGO Volley Builders. (13 serving 8). Good serve by Haleko. Ramirez Goes middle. And that works for Villonson.
Williamson has played well off the bench. Sporadic points, but key points, especially in the previous set. This was an earlier error coming from the Troopers, who were down by 5, the biggest deficit earlier.
Bello inangat. Tagibolos unable to hit that strongly. Bello ulit. This time goes to Bandola. And that's a point for NU.
Lucky play para sa kanila. Akala mo kabit na sa antena eh, di ba? It was tight. 5-point lead. Something is about to give, no? Mararamdaman mo eh. Full of tension in the air. Troopers, 1 set away from elimination. NU, 11 points away from their first win here in the Spikers turf.
That is overreach.
10 points away from winning their first match after dropping their first 5.
Last at the team standings, looking for a
for
breakthrough
salvation.
win. Oh, no other way to put it. Coach
Nobody
Ronnie.
wants to finish a competition without a win, especially after winning the last Spikers turf.
We also know how tough the competition is for these young guys, right, Coach Ronnie? You're facing a lot of veterans, national team players.
Saka yung rigodon ng talents.
Yeah.
At nasabay yung UAAP eh, sa Spikers turf. So, yung majority of their Team A players ay nasa UAAP.
Labide is denied. But obviously, I was gonna say, Coach Ronnie, that's not even an excuse for them. Alam naman nila yung ginagawa nila eh. Alam nila that they're fielding in.
At saka that's part of the program of Coach Dante. 6-point lead, second technical timeout. Playing Spikers, gumagana. Leadership ni Bello nandyan. Kill blocks. That defense still there for National Youth.
Back inside the Paco Arena Events and Sports Center, but you're seeing the team standings right now, Coach Ron.
And there's now that big divide between teams from 1st to the 5th spot versus the teams from the 6th to the 11th. Only 4 will make it to the semifinals, and right now, nakalock na dyan yung top 2.
Yeah.
Doon sa first 2 teams na wala pang talo. Imo's trying to regroup and win another match to stay away from harm's way.
Bandola, that's wide for Mac Bandola.
Looking for a block touch. Very important para sa inyo to get to closer to 20 points and stay away from pressure.
Abdul Majid is back in with De Pamaela, who, remember, in set number 2 or 3, by 3, had the costly error sa serve niya, no?
Second set. Oo. Mahirap naman talaga yung assignment na yun eh. Yung iba nga sa set 5 pinapasok as the designated server, di ba?
Yeah.
Pag napasok mo, husay.
Pero yung pressure, you can't deny that
Mahirap yan.
it's there. And this time, he safely sends that in. Bandola able to score and send that into the stands.
And because he was established early by Bello, iba yung kumpiyansa ni Bandola. Has gotten the most touches in this set, the most I believe since set 1. And has delivered. The leading scorer para sa National University.
17 to 11 is the score.
Nice.
Good tip.
Was that Abdul Majid?
Yep.
Nice looping hit. This direction, basag ang double block over the single block.
Ken Balwalwa will serve 12-17.
Oh,
Misreceived there mula kay Maklang. Free ball ang binigay. Pero halos di pa nakuha yun ng Army. Chance for NU. Bello sends it to Haleco. There was a check. De Pamayo. The power tip. The push does not work. Gitna naman. Medyo nang gigil. Itong si Villonson.
ang dali kasi sabihin sa atin na huwag mo madaliin eh.
And he saw an opening.
Pag minsan mabagal ang contact mo, makaka-recover yung defense. And he had the right intention dahil alam niya lahat na-convert siya harap.
Split second lang kasi yung decision making mo
Kaya lang, ang lapit mo sa net, sasabit ka talaga.
And that hits the antenna.
Orjales, high risk, will be rewarded. And just like that, they will be up. May antenna touch ba? O wala?
Pero gusto i-challenge ng Army, no? Sabi nila hindi pa ata.
Hindi pa patay yung bola.
Yeah.
Oo.
So we'll see if that actually hit the antenna or not. So it has to hit the antenna.
I think it was clear as day.
Just because it moved doesn't mean it's antenna touch na. But
abangan natin ha.
so antenna touch from that service of NU, yung unang bola. Tumama nga sa antenna. Let's see the challenge. Ooh, there you go. Malinaw. Sobrang linaw.
Kiss the antenna. Last touch.
Kiss
the antenna. Dikit eh, di ba?
Oo. Medyo smack lang.
Hindi sumakyan.
Dikit na dikit.
Yan. Ang
That one
maliwanag
is out.
Oo. 1 of 2 is not bad for Orjales. Again, the object is to get to point number 20 as quickly as possible.
13 serving 19, a bit of a mountain to climb still for Army.
Dito sila laging nahihirapan eh.
6 points yung abante ng NU, pero 6 points na lang din yung kailangan nila to get this match.
Oh.
That is a double contact violation for Labide. And the lead balloons to 7 points. Timeout called by Army.
Pag hindi kayo gumalaw, hindi kayo nagtrabaho dyan, hindi kayo mag-ano, hindi tayo mananalo. Eh, anong ginagawa? Ayaw yung maglaro na maayos eh. Lahat kayo tahimik. Lahat kayo gigil umiscore. Eh, ang volleyball nagsisimula sa receive. Receive, set na maayos. Saka tayo didiskarte sa palo. Ha? Tayo! Sayang!
Dikit na, dikit.
Timeout called by the Army Troopers, who are trailing by 7 points. They're trying to salvage this game in hopes of at least having a better chance of entering the semifinals. But for NU, who has not yet won after 5 games, obviously they badly want to win.
Malungkot din yung hindi ka nananalo eh, di ba?
Rojas, obviously, getting a touch and that point for Army.
Final push para dito sa Troopers. Bandola has reached his scoring average. 15 points per game, now has 17. On 12 attack points, 5 service aces and 10 excellent receptions. Double-double game for the 8th scorer para sa National University. Meanwhile, Bello in his game back after missing their last loss. 5 points and 13 excellent sets for the Builders. Wow. 2 straight points para sa Army. Let's see if Bandola will get his touch.
20 serving, or 15 serving 20 rather. Abanilla. That clipped the antenna. But that was from the side of NU pa lang, sa atake pa lang eh.
Wala. That ball went straight to the antenna.
Yeah. Akala niya nag-ricochet muna sa blockers ng Army. Well, the action happened so fast.
3 straight points from 2013. Now it's 2016.
So it's going to be 16 serving 20 here in set number 4.
DIY.
Anong ginawa dun?
Diniretso. Align.
Align.
Yan.
Kailangan align tayo.
Yes, kasi kundi nakapaling.
So action resumes. Belio back sets. Haleko is blocked. And that's 4 straight points for Army.
Nasa likuran si Bandola eh.
Kailangan lang nila i-root.
Okay? Kumpiyansa lang. Pag binigyan ni Joseph ng bola, pero doon papatay. Ha? Huwag kayong mag-doubt. Ha? Kung hindi kaya, na-receive tayo. Go.
Ramirez has wisely made sure na pasok lang yung serve niya. Actually, pala yung bigay kay Bandola eh.
Usually, pag tumatawag rin ng timeout si Coach Dante, no, NU is able to respond.
They have to. Kasi ubos na yung 7.
3 na lang ang abante. And
Wow.
Tagibolos.
Excellent first ball coming from Bandola. Siyang binibigyan para hindi siya makapalo. Finally, umikot na. Bandola is in the front row once again.
Bandola, the off speed.
Good coverage.
Ramirez back sets to Rojas, who is
big.
blocked.
Bandola with point number 18 has scored or assisted in the last 2 points for a 5-point lead. And the Troopers threatened to cut into what was once just a 3-point deficit. Nabuhay muli itong si Bandola.
Ramirez upset. And that is a point for Army. So it's 18 serving 22. Maklang with the receive, and again Tagibolos converts, plus a violation on the side of Army.
Excellent reception coming from Maklang. Will NU get to their first set point? Equivalent to the first match point. Lead is at 5 para sa National University Archipelago Builders. 2 points away from their first win. Galing
Almost.
ni Nico Ramirez sa ganun, ano?
Parang football siguro yung first part nito, but a point for NU.
Hindi naman niya nakikita, di ba? Unfortunately, they will commit an attack error and that moves NU 1 point away from winning their first match in 6 games. 6 match points.
NU Archipelago Volley Builders looking for their first win, but not just yet, as that was outside. First referee overrules that one though.
No more protest from Coach Melvin Carolino.
So it's the ace, right?
Upset of a win para sa National University. And they will be rewarded after starting out so well. Winning the first 2 sets, struggling in the 3rd set, and starting out mightily here in the 4th set.
NU Archipelago Volley Builders getting their first win finally here at the Spikers Turf 2023 Open Conference at the expense of the Philippine Army Troopers in 4 sets. We'll be back to wrap this one up here on One Sports Plus.
Good afternoon, volleyball fans. Welcome to your first game of your triple header Sunday. And here with me is player of the game, Mac Bandola of NU, who defeated the Army Troopers in 4 sets with 18 points, 12 attacks, 1 block, 5 aces, 12 excellent receptions. Congratulations,
Thank you po,
Mac.
thank you.
And syempre, una ninyo itong panalo. So
Opo.
with that, paano nakuha yung panapos? Can you tell me about the growth from your first game, yung una nyong pagsabak, to this game onwards?
Yung naging growth po nung team namin is yung laging sinasabi ni Coach Dante na yung sistema namin na kailangan namin is gawin palagi yon kasi pag di namin ginawa yon parang nagiging rattle yung team, hindi alam kung saan didepensa yung mga blockings pagbuka, kaya yung mga sistema ni Coach Dante na tinuturo is in-apply namin, kaya ganun yung kinalibasan and yun yung naging first win namin.
And truly with Coach Dante, talagang follow the system and it's going to work. And pangalawa, with this win, how will you utilize it for your next games ahead?
Sa next game namin is enjoy lang namin yung game kasi nung first game, nung ngayong panalo namin, hindi namin iniisip yung mga talo namin. Basta nag-enjoy lang kami and in-enjoy namin yung mga ginagawa namin at mas lalong ini-improve namin yung bawat isa sa mga galawan namin. And ayun, yun yung gagawin namin sa next game.
Kung nag-enjoy kayo, nag-enjoy din yung fans ninyo.
Yes, po.
Thank you very much, Mac.
Thank you, po.
Congratulations
Thank
again.
you po.
More power meets passion as the Cotabato Spikers will be facing the Signal HG Spikers this 3 p.m.
Thank you, Alexis. And there you have it. Our best player of the game, Mac Bandola, helping out NU get their first win here in the Open Conference.
Oh, he had a lot of help. Bello played really well. Tagibulos had his share. Orjales likewise. Aleco also. And then eventually, the Troopers really struggled in this match. They played their best volleyball in the third set, but they had slow starts in sets 2 and 4.
Right.
And especially in the final set, it was difficult for them to overcome as from 14 attack points in the third set, they were down to 8. And that's a testament to the defense, especially at the net para sa National U. Slowing down PJ Rojas and making sure that wala siyang scoring explosion. And then their ability to be able to hold on to the lead when the lead was down to just 3, high of 7 late in the set was critical for them to be able to preserve their lead in the fourth set and come home with their first win in this competition.
Finally, nakuha na ng NU ang kanilang panalo. Up next though, we have a showdown. An undefeated, both teams will face each other. Whose streak will continue and whose streak will end after this one? It's Signal versus Cotabato up next here at the Spikers Turf 2023 Open Conference. But for now, that does it for our coverage. On behalf of my partner, Coach Ronnie Magsanok, our courtside reporter, Alexis Tinsay, my name is Dip Dipianco saying thank you for watching the Spikers Turf 2023 Open Conference.